Hello and welcome back to HoI4. There has been an update which apparently fucked up a couple of things. It's not fully save game compatible. I said between episodes that I would change a little bit, that all the countries that were allied with us would actually invest in their military spending laws, military policies. I did that, couldn't load that save game anymore. Not gonna even try to do that again because I also was trying to fix some other shit because I noticed there's a little bit of a hole here which is now unpassable terrain, and yeah, tried to give this back to Russia, didn't work, and the game didn't like it. So I don't even know if I unpause if it will or will not crash the game, but we have a couple of problems. First things first, we have way too many soldiers per army now, so we need to remove about 18 from every single army, which is a little bit annoying. Maybe I can do this faster. Let's see. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stand up. So yeah, that's a little bit annoying, but it has to happen. That's 7. There we go. 6. And then... Oh, there we go. 18, 16. Jesus, I cannot count for the life of me. Right, we'll change you back into a field marshal. We'll assign commanders to here. And I can get another commander for another 55. Go down here. You'll be assigned to this army. You'll be assigned to that army. And we're going to delete all the orders. Because I think I just don't really want to invest and spend any time really in drawing these massive front lines. I need to disable my messaging service in the background, and yeah. So we're gonna set these guys over here. They're the only ones that have their own little separate job, so to speak, because they are, you know, a little pushing force, I guess, that would work. And then we can set the rest of these lads up on this front line and just draw a big ass front line towards the Russians. There we go. Change this to what's the imperial color of China? Is it yellow? Oh, look at the yellow army. I doubt it's yellow though, but okay. So we have multiple problems. There are no longer troops at certain bits of the front line. They're gone. What the hell happened? That's weird. Entire bits of the front line are now no longer occupied. And yeah, the Russians are, of course, immediately abusing that one. Somehow exactly to be expected, I guess. Try a little bit more steel, I guess. Alright, what we got? Swiss Construction Corporation radar. Sure, okay, we can see that now. I think there's all the bugs still are in here. Now, the devs said they're going to cease development for now for any new features. They're going to try to get the game into a state where it... to fix a lot of the bugs that they're having right now and get it to a more functional state before, you know, pushing in any new functionality, which is to be fully expected. Okay, we didn't lose that much. We lost like 2 provinces here, it seems, and that's about it, at least so far. We might lose a little bit more, but it doesn't seem to be that bad. Okay, oh, there we go. A lot of movement going on. I wish it would be by transport route, but whatever. We could cover attack on this one back here. That's fine. That's an easy kill. Yep, there you go. Wipe out one of those tanks. Alright, so doesn't look too bad, to be honest. It's just gonna require a little bit of work. Hopefully the AI will be soon capable of investing again in their own military diplomacy, but I doubt that they will. I don't want to risk anything right now. I think that might be problematic. Right, research bug apparently still exists. Didn't check, but yep, there it is. It's faster though. Or am I just getting used to the fact that it just takes 15 minutes to load up the tree? It's about 5-6 seconds, but it feels faster. It's 1960 before we get new weapons, so that's 10 years. I think what might be fairly prudent is to take a look at our weapons production. And oh fuck! I thought we had variants on that one. I don't. That's sad. Did they remove? Wait, where's my air production? Oh wow, my entire air production's gone. Cat fighters, close air support. So the transport planes still exist. Okay. Oh no, they're here. I'm just fucking blind. Jesus. Why did I not see that? Wow, my brain is not functional lately. Jesus Christ. Well, I guess we can get a better variant on the pattern. Got a lot of points. We could get the engine. Let's see. They don't need to be fast, to be honest. They'll do. Swap over production. We got a decision available. Which what? Public recognition from exile. Governments. Alright, some decision timeouts, but that's not our bit. We don't need industrial evacuation. Still need something for this, do I not? Yeah. What is that? No. Right. That's the province in Tibet. And that's why we were doing the conquer Tibet thing. Right. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is just close this pocket and just set up like 2 divisions here, and then just move the rest of the Black Army to, or our Special Forces Army. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Okay, good. We'll send them over to Tibet to just integrate them. A friendly integration. There's nothing to be worried about. We still seem to be kicking Russian ass, so that's pretty good. Okay, that might be a little bit too much. No, apparently that's more than enough. I have no idea how strong my special forces are, but they're pretty damn powerful. Now, you cannot move in these things, so I think these troops, or even the Russian troops here, are locked in here and unable to get out there. Okay, that's not going our favor. I was hoping... Okay, can I just get you here faster? They're moving pretty slow and hellbent on not really moving anything fast. Yeah, what I kind of want to do is okay, here, what you see here, this is exactly what I want to do. I want to get one guy over here. Alright, so all of you will be assigned here. We'll get one dude and another one assigned to that one. The rest of you just clean this out. And we'll delete this order. Okay, so the one will not progress any further. I'm just gonna focus on closing this pocket, and that's all I want them to do. Now, okay, there we go. And alright, so I have a resource slot available for something. I think I was up to date in support companies, wasn't I? Oh, we could invest in the MPs a little bit further. How is the resistance map mode? Negligible. Good. Alright, so got our Conquer Tibet. What else do we want? Scorched Earth is not going to help me. Look at the man Mongolia. That sounds like fun. Like, ask Russia, like, hey, you know what? The Mongolian thing? It's mine. What? But you already own it. You've conquered it from us. That's probably not the response that they're gonna give. They're probably gonna like this big ass fuck you. Gotta take it back. Something like that. Alright, just finish off this entire thing. All of you. Still 28. Go here. And I'll just say tell one guy to just do this real fast, and then at least this pocket is now cleared up. And this might switch over to... No, okay, we got it. Alright, so there we go. Okay, so we still hold the... Where's the Russian army? Why is it not on our front line? What happened? Go? There's nothing on our front line. Like, nearly nothing. Yeah, just take it. I don't know what's going on. It might be that the AI is switching a lot of forces around, but I wouldn't even know why. 1960 seems a little bit overkill. Is there anything in space that we can do? I don't think so. Satellite is a little bit early. Rocket engine is a little bit early. I don't use WMD, so... Yeah. I don't think engineering has anything for us. Helicopters were later, I think. Industries later. I think there's barely anything left to do functionally. Look at this one going. What do you got for me? Now your defensive doctrine will function well for you. I'm expecting some troops on the front line soonish. But we'll have to see how this goes. It's weird. I want to trade. Yep, there we go. I don't know what Russia is doing with their... Jesus, if you look at this is like a massive problem. Like, there's a lot of troops here on the border, but there's nothing that they can really do right now. Is our Air Force still functioning as it should? I think so, yeah. They're looking fine. Even though some of these are clearly not having the support aircraft that they need. Like, there's no close air support flying here. There's some flying over here in this one, which is a little bit strange. Why would the game is not recognizing the role of the aircraft? And let's see. Right. Okay, I need to wait for them to be deployed. Alright, so... Right, normal operations. And get assigned to here. I think I'm just gonna reassign your aircraft to somebody that actually will make use of it. You guys are over here. See, it's only your close air support, and it's actually flying defensively, which is a little bit strange. Alright, we got a lot of research, factories, a lot of things. Don't know what to spend it on. I might go ahead of time on some stuff. It's about 1,000 days. Ballistic computers. I'm never really planning on investing in Navy. I think that's my problem. A little bit. Not really a problem, but it's a bit of the... no, thank you. I'm not going to spend 900 days on that. What are we looking for on Air Force? I believe also 955. Yeah. Got some air doctrine left, I believe. No, that's the one that's still going. We're done on land doctrine. We are ahead of time of artillery. I could start investing in my own tank shit, to be honest. Okay, we want a rocket artillery because I am gonna make the swap at some point. I think I'm just gonna. We have 5 years of development basically that we could do, so we could develop our own main tanks and stop using the. Let's see, quickest route. Let's see. Probably might stick with. Nah, I'm gonna just go for main battle tanks as well. 951. Slightly ahead of time. So, let's be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doesn't really matter. Or we can go for the 956. So we take, I think it's just the same amount at all times. I think I would like armored cars as support craft for them as well. And these are just assault guns. I think I want them as well, but we can research them from... Yeah, so we're gonna go for the 956 version. I will do it through the light tree. I think... I don't want amphibious tanks, I don't think, because I'm not really planning on any naval warfare. Maybe I'll research armored cars at some point as well, but let's start with this. Free civilian factories. Is there anything that I could build? A little bit of shit over here. Wait, I don't own this anymore? Oh, I never did, of course. It's owned by Greece. Huh. Sure. 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 They got any factories remaining I can build? Yeah, Russian territory. It's not really ideal. You know what? Let's get some of this shit going. Because I need those. And... well, let's start with that. And... Russians are doing something. Don't know what, but they're doing something. Right, declare a war, conquer. You can't join the Allies now, bastard. And... we'll just quickly take this over and integrate this into our glorious nation. Soviet Union, called them in. Haha, really? Germany wants to send me infantry equipment. That's a bad sign. Yeah, it is. For now, we can go keep... nah, we'll stop. We got some territory out of it. I don't know if we got control over any of these states, but... doesn't seem like it, no. Actually, the entire front line is not yet fully occupied. Let's just not do it. I just need more military factories, I guess. I think I'm actually, for now, I'm gonna cease production of these tanks. And just make the guns, and I'll build my own damn tanks at some point. United States, Kingdom of Sweden, that's the land trade route, I believe, yeah. Alright, so... you guys should all go back, indeed. And... you're just gonna keep this going. You got aircraft in reserve. Well, probably have, but not the aircraft that I want, if I had to take a guess. Alright, set the limit, get these 200 aircraft assigned. There we go. What do we got here? We need a little bit of rubber. I can trade one more, that's fine. And we need some more steel. Let's trade some more with the Swedes. There we go. Thank you very much. People are sending me guns. Great. That's good. Some good shit. We got positive infantry. Wait, I've got 50k infantry equipment? Then what's the problem? Yeah, I'm burning through 600 a day, I am aware, but I thought I was a negative, but I think it's not that bad anymore for some reason. Fuel prioritization, air, navy, army, there we go. Not that we have a problem with fuel, but in case it happens, I want my air force to keep it to work the biggest job here. Wow, our supply lines are shit. It's just, yeah, massive issue with supply throughput mostly. We have the equipment. It's just we're waiting for it to get delivered to the front line. Okay, foreign claims. SSR Finland. Wow. Yeah, that's surprising how bad the... Why is it taking so long? Waiting for equipment to be produced or delivered. Yeah, it's just taking forever to get the equipment to the front line. That's becoming a massive problem. Even though, look, we made we advertised like the entire northern bits of the Soviet Union. We've got enough, you know, track going. Just can't get anything towards it. Look at the supply area. We have proper supply. It's just not getting there. That's really annoying. Go. I don't know how... Yeah, okay, some might have low supply. You know, it's to be expected, but... not the worst. Okay, I think only green has free movement, so I'll just seize the attack for now again, and... let's see how that ends up. Burn through a lot of equipment to do this. Yeah, I need to do these short pushes. Like every once in a while, I just need to push, because equipment is just not getting towards the front line, which is a bit of a problem. Wow, and our attack basically freed up the entire south here to get pushed through, so I'm expecting these troops to shortly start moving off the front line again. Wait, why are those guys over there? Okay, this works, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Everything south of the Urals. Oh, let's just get this guy in here as well. There we go. You just need 13 lads to do it. Spec forces there, kicking ass. Jesus Christ. Why would I build more of these? Alright. Seems that our special forces are the ones that are always breaking through everything. It's the only ones that actually break through anything, to be honest. Got a new commander in. They actually have a trade. Good for you. Yeah. Look at that. What you gotta do about it? Imperial Legacy. So I think I've got a war goal on India, do I not? I think I do. Alright. Yeah, so we have the equipment. It's just not getting these supplies to the front line in time seems to be our primary problem. So maybe if I would set this entire army as a more carefully executed battle plan, so that they have a tendency to wait a little bit more on their equipment. Also, this is just a stupid attack. Seriously? Yeah, they have 15 tanks. Let's just attack into it, like head first, you know. Sounds like fun. I have no idea what research this was. Okay, research. Keep going. Yeah, let's just run by this group. Well, at least making some progress. Every province we take off the Russians will lower their manpower, will lower their industry, will lower everything. At least they're not pushing in back. I guess that's the only saving grace we have, because I think nobody has any manpower really. Yeah, not even the Americans. Oh wow, speaking of... yeah, I think I'm just gonna finish it after the Russian war. Like, these kinds of breaks in the country, because this is no longer passable terrain. I need to move through Mexico. Why do we got people joining in as well? Oh, expeditionary forces. Nah. I don't want it. This would be our MP, I guess, to the next level. Don't really need it, but... as I said before, we're running out of research. Let's see what I could do if I know where the aircraft are. I don't know where they are. They're over there. Okay. Go over there. Fly this one. Can I, Turkey? Can you please? Do something for me. Can you give me control over this? No, this state. Alright, thank you. Because there's an airfield there that I want. It's this one, I guess. It just came in. Let's put a couple of airfields so our, our aircraft can keep supporting the attacks. Need a little bit more up here, up north here, to get that control over that zone as well, which would be nice. What was I researching here? I think it was the industry bit, yeah. So what are we looking at? 1,000 days, 1,000 days, 800 days for construction speed. I don't need construction speed, nor do I need more. I actually kind of could use the research efficiency. If I really would want to. Are we going into naval? Is it that bad with our research that we actually are investing into naval? Wow. Well, some destroyers might not hurt. Because they're actually, modern days, you don't use battleships anymore, and heavy cruisers are even. I think, genuinely, I think the USA is the only country that still uses cruisers. Modern light cruiser. Well, light cruiser, right. Small meters, what, huh? United States light cruisers of the whole classification CL. It's just classification. Light cruisers today. Peruvian Navy was the last light cruiser in service, being retired in 2017. Another 4 are preserved as museum ships. Yeah, they're no longer being used. So, this is something interesting. Like in World War II was the last war of the big guns, so to speak. Not the war of the big guns, the big ships, the big things, the big. Let's say this is the last war of the big. Aircraft ruined that. Because if what the advantage of having a very big, heavily armored target, or an object, well, it's heavily armored, it's very big, and you can carry a lot of damage, like a very big gun or something like that. Problem is, we got better at downscaling a lot of destructive force, like with bombs and rockets and armored penetrating rounds and that kind of stuff. And we got aircraft, which we got better and better and better at dropping those things very precisely on targets. So battleships became pretty much, well, useless near the end of the war, because they were just like Yamato was a very scary ship, right? Like the Bismarck, very scary ship. We could not engage it with any naval vessels. So how do we engage it? With aircraft. Because it was so big, we could drop payloads on it from very high, and we got better at this. Like the Germans had the first fly-by-wire bombs, which they used. I think they actually dropped this on a. Now I'm not entirely sure. I think they dropped it on a. I want to say battleship, but I don't think it was actually a battleship. But that thing was so good at penetrating armor and that kind of stuff, it just dropped straight through the ship, which actually saved it. Because it didn't explode while it was still inside the ship. But that's that's what happened after a while. We were getting so good at penetrating armor. It was no longer a viable thing to just have a very big armor, very big gun. Which is something I also saw with the Allies. Like, we developed a different strategy for our equipment. One of them was we need to be easily repairable, and parts need to be interchangeable. That's what this Sherman tank basically shines for. The Russians were just like a lot, and we don't need to repair anything. We can just produce a lot of them. But the Germans were like, well, we need something bigger, better, and bolder, basically. Look at them. They fucking failed. They were too expensive to create. They were too difficult to maintain. Oh, look at my equipment. Good. was a problem. And near the end of the war, a lot of these requested, or not designated, but the battleships that they wanted to have got cancelled and got stripped or got converted to carriers, because an aircraft could take out a battleship, which would normally take a fleet, could now be done by a couple of flying pew-pew boys. So, yeah, it was no longer viable to do this. Like even the main battle tank in today has an entirely different combat role than it had during the war. But they're still scary weapon platforms, and I think the main battle tank is also at some point is gonna lose its status point. And that's something I believe. I don't know this for sure, but I think it's either gonna lose its status point as a weapons platform as it currently exists, or it's gonna needs to systematically change, because we're getting these more smart weapons. Like you get drone strikes, like you drive around with a tank. Like you're sitting duck for you know, laser guided or whatever guided missiles these days. Yeah, the missile is expensive, but it's still cheaper than a main battle tank. And if one missile can take out a main battle tank, I think you'd rather have a drone which carries 15 of those missiles than have one main battle tank. Like even infantry is. Why the hell do I have shit over there? I think I accidentally accepted something. Yeah, I mean, even the soldier's role is changing. Everything is changing. War is getting more automated, and it's getting smaller. A lot smaller. I think we've always been used to getting as big as possible, and in the last 50 years or so, we're kind of going to a point like we're shrinking. We need to go down a notch instead of up. Which is, you know, weird, scary shit, you know. Anyway, with that, we're at 30 minutes. I'm gonna end the video. Let that sink in. Haha. See you guys in the next one. Have a very good day. Bye bye.